Hey, everybody. This is Patrice Malloy of Malloy Management Group. We are a boutique financial services firm. We focus on bookkeeping and accounting, as well as tax prep and strategy, which is huge right now. And in addition to that, we do consulting and coaching, as well as training on various accounting softwares like QuickBooks and Xero. And I wanted to just come to you really briefly. I don't know if anybody else can understand or sympathize or empathize or connect with me on this or feel me on this, but is anybody else just tired? Like, like it's a Friday afternoon where I am. It's after 5 o'clock. I've been working since early this morning, and I just had to take a second and stop because I feel like I'm gonna poke my eyeballs out or I'm gonna lose my mind, right? Has anybody else felt that way? It's like you're working on your business, you've been working on it, many, many hours throughout the week, and you're just tired. You're like, look, bags are forming under your eyes. You just don't seem to sleep well because there's always something that you you think or feel like you have to be doing in your business to make it better. And it's just a struggle. Okay, guys, like I don't know about you, but I don't want to continue to lose any more sleep over another PDF or a workbook or a free product or an opt-in or a funnel or you know something else that we are quite honestly expected to create as business owners so that we can get ahead and that we can connect with people to show them what services we have to provide to them, right? So I just wanted to come with you really briefly because I was writing in my notebook. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I was just thinking like there are so many things that I feel like I'm doing, and I know that other people can probably feel me on that same level that don't seem to be bringing them um, anything in return, like no leads or sales or conversions are coming to fruition based on all the work that you're putting on, and you have to wonder why, right? So I said to myself, self, you need to take a break. You need to step away. You need to go take a nap. You need to just chill out. Let things kind of lay where they are right now and then come back with some fresh eyes and fresh thoughts and just like a fresh outlook and perspective. And hopefully that would help you kind of get to where you are. So I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys about some of the myths, right, that we hear in business. And one of those is that you have to have a $7 or a $47 product in order to gain notoriety or to become an authority or to be able to get people to listen to you. And quite honestly, that's not true, guys. Okay. I don't know how many PDFs that I've created or workbooks that I've created, but I don't feel like it was necessarily worth my time. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but I say that because I don't think that the amount of effort that I put into it has been returned in any sort of, monetary form or, additional clients. And so I have to say to myself, you need to stop doing things that are time suckers, that are time wasters. Okay. If it's not something that's going to make your business stronger, better, it's not going to give you more education, it's not going to help you become a better, business owner and be able to help people in a more profound way, then you don't need to do it anymore. Okay. So that's one of the things. So trying to create all of these free products and low cost products to get, your services across to people is not something that you need to continue to do. Now, if you love it, by all means continue. But if it's not something that you feel in your spirit, to enjoy or that it's helping you, then stop it. Find something else to do. Now, the second thing that I've noticed is that I need to be able to outsource more tasks to people. Okay. I know a lot of the times as business owners, we feel like we have to do everything on our own or it's not going to be done correctly. And quite honestly, that's not true either. I mean, I understand having a certain vision, but if you're able to convey that vision to somebody else, they should be able to help you pull that task off. So I'm guilty of this for sure. And I know that I'm working on that as well. So figuring out things that I can do for myself that, absolutely need to have my eyes as a business owner on them. And then delegating those other things that I don't necessarily have to be involved in out to other people who, quite honestly, are capable, or you wouldn't have hired them, or you wouldn't have gone to, seek out their services, right? So we have to kind of trust the people that we are employing or that we're in a relationship with, that they can do what it is that we've asked them to do. So that's the second thing. A third thing I would definitely say is like if you are, again, a business owner, if you don't have your finances in order, that's a huge, huge, huge weight on your shoulders. Okay. And when I say finances in order, it could be a ton of different things. It could be that you don't have an accounting software in place, so you don't know where your money is going. You're not able to track all of your expenses or the income that comes into your business. Or if you're freelancing, you can't, track the monies that you've spent or that's coming into you for all the services that you provided. That's a huge, huge deal. Okay. Because when it comes time for taxes, which will be around the corner before we know it, you're not going to be able to show the IRS or your accountant or whomever is preparing your taxes what you spent. Okay. And so you're not going to get, credit essentially for that, the money that you've put out. So you definitely want to make sure that you have all of your finances in order. You want to be able to track them to a T. You want to be able to have receipts. Okay. Today, most things come, online. You put your email address in, and then they'll send you a receipt for something that you've purchased. So that's one great way to track it. If you are looking for another way, if you don't have an accounting software, I highly, highly suggest QuickBooks. They have a mobile app where you can take pictures of receipts and upload it directly to your account if you need to. If you're doing freelancing or you're working in a field, you're doing contracting, you have the ability to create invoices on demand. So if you finish a job, you can invoice the people or the clients that you've done work for like instantaneously. Okay. With that, you have the option to request your money immediately, or you can do it in 7 days, or net 15, net 30, which means, I expect my money in 15 to 30 days. And then your clients have that, right, or the prerogative to kind of get it to you within that time frame. So that's another thing. So you're not chasing people down. You're not trying to figure out who owes you and then who you owe, essentially, right? Because that's another thing that you want to just take off your shoulders. I mean, why stress over that when you don't have to? A third thing is if you do have your software in place, you want to make sure that you are categorizing everything appropriately. Okay. If you're familiar with QuickBooks, you create your profile, you import your transactions after you set up your bank accounts, and you're able to track everything that comes into your business. So once you start to import your transactions, if you haven't created a particular category based on a chart of accounts, which basically either an income or an expense, or if it's maybe a loan, and you haven't said, maybe I've spent $25 on Facebook advertising, this is what I'm going to categorize that as, or I had to buy office, supplies, so we'll put this in, business expenses or office expenses. I mean, this is something that you need to do because you need to be able to track it to a T. Okay. Again, if you're not doing that, you're losing money. And quite honestly, you don't have an accurate picture of how your business is doing. So that's a waste in and of itself. You're working hard, but you don't know what you're working hard for, right? And then if you don't know how well you're doing in your business, you don't know how to plan for the future. So that's a huge thing. With my clients, over the past few months, I've seen that many, many, many times. They're not familiar with, how to pay a 1099 contractor, or how to bring, employees on board, and how to set up a payroll for them so that they're not worried about doing these things manually and messing up. So that's something I'd love to kind of connect with people and just talk about. It's an easy fix. So if you have an accounting software, use your accounting software to your benefit. That's the whole point of it. Okay. Another thing I would say is making sure that once you have all your transactions imported into your accounts, make sure you reconcile your accounts every month at a minimum. Okay. You want to make sure that you are accurately tracking all the income, all the expenses. You want to be able to check your bank statements and see if you have been inappropriately charged for something. I mean, I don't know how many times, even personally, I've seen something that didn't, quite sit right. Like, I didn't buy that, or, what is this extra charge? So you want to make sure that you're keeping track of your money. You want to be proactive with your money as opposed to reactive, because when you're reactive, it's probably too late. Okay. So focus on that. So if we could just quickly recap, one of the things that we want to start doing is stop wasting our time on $7 products, PDFs, freebies, generating a ton of those to get buzz because it's not necessary. Two, you want to outsource any task that you don't necessarily have to do. Okay. Take as much off of your plate as you can because it's already stressful enough to be a business owner. Having to have your fingers in every single little thing is taking away your time, your energy, your focus, your fun. Okay. The reason why you got to business in the first place becomes a dread. It becomes something that you just don't look forward to anymore. And that's not what you want in your business or in your life, because it impacts not only you, it impacts your mental psyche, it impacts your health, it impacts the people around you, because it's like all the energy is sucked out of you because you are giving all of it to a business that's not providing the fruits of all the labor, that have been put into it. So that's one thing I definitely want to stay focused on. Three, again, make sure that if you are working as a business owner, or if you're working as a freelancer or a contractor or whatever, even a self-employed person, you want to make sure that you have an accounting software so you can track your income and expenses. And once you get that software up and running, you want to make sure that you're categorizing your transactions appropriately. Okay. And then after that, You want to make sure that you are reconciling your account so that you know how much money you have in the bank and in your business each and every month. Okay. When you do that, you have the ability to forecast. You're able to see if you have enough money to hire additional resources or employees. You're able to understand whether or not you can buy, additional equipment. If you can replenish your inventory. I mean, there's so many things that you can do. You could put away money, to start another location. I mean, there's just so many things you can do once you have that information visible to you, and quickly, right, at your fingertips. So if you wanted to go and say, make a big purchase and you need to understand how much liquidity you have in your business, which is how much physical cash you can pull out immediately, you can look at your reports and find that out immediately for somebody. You're not trying to fish around, you're not trying to search, you're not trying to guesstimate. You have the information. So I just want to bring just a few of those things to your attention. Like I know, again, I said I had to just kind of say something because I know I can't be the only person who was dealing with this, the only person who was struggling with this. Again, I hope you guys are enjoying your Friday. It's been a very, very, very long week, but a productive and a fruitful week. And I hope that your guys' weeks have been productive and fruitful as well. And I hope that you guys take this time, take this weekend to just kind of relax, unplug, figure out what it is that you need to do in your business on Monday, and then come Monday, you're able to appropriately focus your energy and your time and be productive in your business. Okay? Again, that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to come into space with you guys. Again, if you have any questions, comments, leave a comment below, and I'm happy to get back to you. Again, I am Patrice Malloy of Malloy Management Group, and come check us out. Have a good one. Bye.